What if billions of dollars in property taxes were being collected, but never reaching the schools, parks, libraries, and city services most people think they're funding? What if some of the largest pools of public money in Chicago existed largely outside the public spotlight? And what if the neighborhoods that generated those funds often remained the very neighborhoods still waiting for investment? Welcome to the world of tax increment financing, or TIF. Supporters call it one of the most important economic development tools available to cities. Critics call it a political slush fund. To understand why, we need to follow the money. In theory, TIF districts are simple. A city identifies an area it considers blighted or economically underdeveloped. The current property tax value of that area is frozen. As new development occurs and property values increase, the additional tax revenue, the increment, is diverted into a special fund. Instead of flowing into the normal tax system, that money is reserved for redevelopment projects within the TIF district. The idea is straightforward. Use future growth to finance today's development. Supporters argue this helps attract investment to areas the private market might otherwise ignore. And in many cases, TIF funding has supported infrastructure improvements, business development, and public facilities. But critics argue that's only part of the story. Let's look at the incentives. Imagine a neighborhood experiences years of disinvestment. Property values remain low. Economic activity stagnates. Eventually, the area qualifies for redevelopment assistance. A TIF district is created. Now every increase in property tax revenue is diverted into a special redevelopment account. Over time, that account can grow into hundreds of millions of dollars. The question becomes, who decides how that money gets spent? In many cities, elected officials and redevelopment agencies have significant influence over TIF spending. Developers apply for assistance. Projects are reviewed. Subsidies are awarded. Infrastructure investments are approved. Public money becomes a tool for shaping private development. Supporters say this flexibility is necessary. Critics argue it creates opportunities for favoritism. Consider the concerns frequently raised by watchdog groups. Should profitable developers receive public subsidies? Should luxury developments qualify for incentives originally designed for blighted communities? Should politically connected firms have greater access to redevelopment dollars? Should public resources be concentrated in areas already attracting investment? These questions have fueled debate in Chicago for decades. Another criticism involves transparency. Most residents understand where their property taxes go: schools, public safety, libraries, parks. When tax growth is diverted into redevelopment funds, those dollars are no longer immediately available to the broader taxing bodies. Critics argue it can create the appearance of scarcity elsewhere. Communities are told resources are limited. And here's where TIF connects directly to our previous episodes. Remember the cycle we've been discussing. Redlining restricted investment. Disinvestment contributed to decline. Decline justified intervention. Urban renewal reshaped neighborhoods. Now TIF districts become one of the primary tools used to guide redevelopment. The question is no longer whether money exists. The question is, who controls it? Some projects supported by TIF funding have undoubtedly produced positive results. Businesses have opened. Infrastructure has improved. Jobs have been created. Those successes should be acknowledged. But critics argue that the system often rewards those with political access, development expertise, and institutional relationships, the people best positioned to navigate City Hall. Meanwhile, many residents struggle to understand how decisions are made. If TIF districts were created to eliminate blight, why do so many communities remain blighted after decades of TIF spending? Is the system working exactly as intended? Or has redevelopment become more focused on managing decline than eliminating it? TIF districts reveal something important about power. The debate isn't simply about money, it's about who controls investment. In our next episode, we'll examine another powerful institution, the nonprofit sector. We'll explore why some scholars refer to this network as the nonprofit industrial complex. This is the business of blight, and the story continues.